Hey guys, so you're welcome to another Tryhackme challenge. And today we're going to be dealing with Windows 4.6 and we're going to be working with the Registry Explorer. And here is a scenario. One of the desktops in the research lab at Organization X is suspected to have been accessed by someone unauthorized. Although they generally have only one user account per desktop, there were multiple user accounts observed on this system. It is also suspected that the system was connected to some network drive and a USB device was connected to the system. The triage data from the system was collected and placed on the attached VM. Can you help Organization X with finding answers to the below questions? So, how many user created accounts are present on the system? What is the user name of the account that has never been logged in? What's the password hint for the user THM or N6? What was the file change log text accessed? So, we're going to be doing all of that. We're going to be answering all of these questions. So, first, you're going to launch your you're going to start your machine on Tryhackme. So I've already done that and I'm just going to head over. So this is the machine on Tryhackme and here is the triage folder and here is the Eric Sigmal tools folder. So I'm just going to open it here and yes, so I'm going to click on Registry Explorer and then I'm going to click on Registry Explorer. Just open it here, just open the application over here, or like a software. While the software is opening, let's just go through this. What you have noticed is that when loading the registry hives in Registry Explorer, it will caution us that the hives are dirty. This is nothing to be afraid of. We just need to remember the little lessons about transaction logs and point Registry Explorer to the .log1 and .log2 files with the same file name as the registry hive. It will automatically integrate the transaction logs and clean the hive for us. So I'm just going to be walking us through and to see how. So here is the file. Okay, here is the software. I think it's loaded. So I'm just going to click on it and I'm going to expand it. Okay, so let me expand it so it will be easier. So this is what Registry Explorer looks like. So we're going to be loading a hive. Now to load the hive, we really need to know where it's going to be found. And so I'm going to click on desktop and then go to the triage, right? So when I click on triage, I'm going to click on the C drive. Remember, we're working with a Dix image, right? This is an offline analysis. So here we're going to be clicking on Windows, and then we're going to be clicking on System 32, and then we're going to click on Config folder, and then we're going to be clicking on the SAM hive. This is where we're going to be finding answer about the user, all right? So now that we have this, we're going to be clicking on root. It's been loaded, and then next to it, we're going to be clicking on this drop down and then click on domains, open the domain up, open the account. All of this I'm doing to the left hand corner, and then I'm going to be clicking on users. All right, so on the users, I can just choose to close this up and then click on users. Now this is where it gets interesting. Under this, you can see all these are headers, and when I put my cursor here, you can see that it gives me the full name, invalid login counts, and all of that. So you can see total login counts, and because I have an idea of what they are asking us to do, I'm just going to expand this a little bit and then move my cursor around to see where I have the user. Okay, so under the user, I'm going to expand this so I have full details of what we are working with. So these are usernames, and now I'm going to overlook administrator. I'm going to overlook user accounts, and then come under here where we have the what's it called, names that have been created. And as you can see, under here we have user ID. So you have 1, 2, 3. So how many do we have aside the guest and then the admin? We have 3 of them over here. And as you can see, these are the names. So to answer, I'll go back to my Tryhackme room, and then as you can see, it's just 3. I'm going to put 3, and here we go. So this is it. What is the username of the account that has never been logged in? Okay, to answer that, under the header, we have a header over here. So total login counts, and we can see here has 19. It has been logged in 19 times. This has been logged in 2 times, and this has been logged in 0 times. So this answer is Tryhackme hyphen user 2. So let's go back to Tryhackme room and then type it. Tryhackme hyphen user 2. So that's the answer to this. Yeah. So now the next answer, what's the password hint for the user THM4N6? Okay, so remember this has been logged in 19 times, and then we want to see the password hint. So we go to where we have P. All right, I think it's going to give us password hints. So we're going to expand it so to see what it says. So the password hint here is count. So we go over to our account here and then click on count as the password hint. And yeah, that's the answer. So when was the file change log.txt accessed. So to do this, we are going to be loading another hive. And remember, the same hive gave us the details that we were looking for to be able to answer this question. So the next question now we're going to be answering is loading another hive. And to do that, we are going to be loading the NT user hive, right? NT user dot that hive. And let's just go back, and I'm going to just minimize this, go to file, and then load hive. And I'm going to go back to the triage, right? So it's on triage. I'm going to open it up, and then I'm going to go to users. Remember, we're looking at users, right? So I'm going to be opening THM4N6 because it has the highest login numbers or count. So when I open it up, yeah, I'm going to see the end user data, right? So let me click on it and let me open. All right, so you can see it's actually giving me that this is the dirty hive. So how do we answer this? So we're just going to click yes to clean it up, and we click OK, and we're going to point it to the end user dot that log one. Yeah, so click on open, and it says the transaction has been replayed, so click OK. And for the sake of time, I'm just going to open the triage, and I'm just going to save it under here so it will be easier to load. And then I'm just going to click yes. And then do you want to load the let's say hive? I'll say no. So automatically it will load this hive here for me, and then I'm going to click on root. And to answer this particular question, I'm going to click on root, and then I'm going to click on software. Then I'm going to click on Microsoft. When I click on Microsoft, and I'm going to load the Windows. Okay, so under Windows, I'm going to open the version. Under Windows, I'm going to open current version, and then I'm going to open under Explorer. Yeah, so I'm just going to look forward and then open the Explorer. Okay. So under Explorer, I'm just going to search what exactly I am looking for. So I'm going to click on recent document. Okay, so let's go to under R. Okay, so recent documents. And then we can see what we're looking for is a .txt file. So when we click on it, we've seen the change log over here. And as you can see, this is the time that it was opened. So to make it easier for me, I'm just going to click on, let me open a file in Notepad so it will be easier for me to copy something. So it will be easier for me to analyze. So I'm going to go back here and then click on it. I'll drag it a bit to this place, and then I'm going to write 2021 11 24th. So you can see the file was opened in 2021, and this is the time. Okay, so I'm going to click on Ctrl A, Ctrl copy, and go back to this and paste it here. And I'm going to click on submit. Oh, did I write the correct thing? Wait a minute. 2020, let me go back. Okay, so it's 2021. Sorry, I typed something wrong. Okay, 2021, submit. And then what is the complete path where the Python 3.8.2 installer was run? So we're looking for the file path. So we're going to go back, and then we're going to close the recent documents. And instead of going to the recent documents, we're going to click on user assist, because that's particularly where you're going to see the GUI ID, right? That's the graphic user ID where you can actually see what was going on. So I'm just going to open them one after the other. This count is 0, and then this count is 0 as well. This count is 0. This count as well, it's 0, and say 0. Okay, so this particular GUI ID has 49 counts. So I'm just going to open it up, and you can see over here, you can see how many times it was opened and stuff like that, the last time it was executed and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go over to where you have the Python exe file, right? So I'm just going to be searching. So as you can see, I have this file path, which is this drive, Z drive, and on the setup Python 3.8.2 exe. So I'm going to be copying this. So I'm going to bring out my notes as well, so it will be easier for me to copy. And then I'm going to just type in Z setups Python Python 3.8.2.exe. Control A, Control copy. I'll go back to Tryhackme room, and then Control V, paste, and submit. So here is the answer to this. Now to find when was the USB device with the friendly name USB last connected. Okay, so this is going to take a while for us to answer this because we're going to be looking at when was it connected and stuff like that. So to be able to answer this, we are just going to open the system Hive. All right, so I'm just going to scroll up and try to close this and open another Hive. So let me close this. So I'll load. Okay, so I'll go back here and click on system. Sorry, click on system, open, and then you're going to see this clean. You're going to clean again as well. All right, so okay, so I'm going to refer it to system log, and okay, so I'm just going to open the triage, and then I'm going to just save it here for easy access. So I'm going to click yes, and then no. So it's going to load this up, and I'm going to click on root, and then I'm going to click on control set. So I'm going to open my control set and then open my enum, right? So when I do that, I'm going to come down to where I have my USB tool and then open it. And as you can see over here, we have this particular one, which is the manufacturer. I can see there Kingston, right? So when was the last time it was logged in? I'm just going to expand it. Okay, so this was the time it was logged in. I'm going to bring out my notes. 2021, 24, 18, 40, 06. So I'm just going to copy and okay, my machine will soon expire. Close. Okay, so I'm going to paste this. Yeah, and that's it. We have our correct answer. Okay, so we've been able to answer this. So talking about this friendly USB, there's another way to actually find out that which one is actually the friendly USB. So to do that, we're going to load this Hive, and then we're going to be clicking on software.